What's going on, everybody? It's Game Unboxing Reviews here, and welcome to a brand new Disney Infinity 3.0 news update. Yes, that's right, I will be covering Disney Infinity 3.0, despite missing quite a bunch of news the past few days. And the reason that I've done that is because I've kind of been in a little mood with Disney Infinity, basically. Because, I do like it. I think it's a fun game. I personally enjoy the playsets more than the toy box, but, that's just me. And basically, I was playing it quite a lot the past few weeks, and I was playing it with my friends and things. And I wake up one morning, I start the game up, and look, my file has been corrupted. Yet, my file was completely corrupted. I had to start all again, and I haven't, because I really don't want to. It was ridiculous. I really do not want to start again. And so, all my toy box toys, which is really annoying because I almost had every single toy box toy, so you can understand how horrible that felt, because I don't know, it's just really annoying. So hopefully this one will be much more stable. But thankfully I looked into this game, I looked into it, seeing if I'd actually like it, and I am really excited about it now. I'm definitely excited. Can't wait to share it with you all, and I think you're all going to love it. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so first off we're going to be talking about playsets. Now let me tell you right now, playsets sound amazing this year. I mean, they're really focusing a lot on them, which is great to see, because like I said, I much prefer playsets than the toy box. Don't get me wrong, I think people who use the toy box to create things, and the things they do create, is incredible. I just never seem to enjoy it that much. It can be fun with friends, but again, I don't know, I just really enjoy the playsets more. If they added a function where, like an ability where you could play with your friends in the playsets, I'd probably play that a lot more. That would be really cool. Anyway, let's get down to details. So, there will be 3 Star Wars playsets, and 1 for both Marvel and Disney. So 3 Star Wars playsets and 1 for Marvel and Disney. But first, let's talk about the Star Wars ones, because we know, finally Star Wars is being revealed. There's so many hints they've been doing over the years with the green lightsaber in the first game and Luke's land speeder in Disney Infinity 2.0. I mean, it's just, you knew it was coming, we just didn't know when, and I was pretty sure it would be this year. Anyway, first off, we're going to be talking about Twilight of the Old Republic, which is actually set in the timeline of episodes 1 to 3. So if you're a fan of the prequels, then you'll love this one. So anyway, in this playset, you'll see players use the Force and lightsabers in epic battles as they learn to master and upgrade their combat skills. So again, I think that's hinting at the fact that, we had the upgrade tree in Disney Infinity 2.0, which is really cool. I did like that. I really liked that a lot. I found, when I played it, I liked to try and get all the abilities. Most of the skills I noticed were like shoot better or punch better and things like that, but I always like to try to get all of the combat moves and all the special abilities first before I did anything else, because everything else just felt like a slight bonus, if you know what I mean. It wasn't really that much else. Anyway, this playset pack comes with Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I've been trying to do it for a while now, but it's quite difficult to say. Ahsoka Tano. There we go, I did it. And yes, so it'll come with those 2, which is really cool. I think that's a nice choice of characters to come with the set. I like Anakin. I think he's really cool, so I'm looking forward to playing as him. But if you don't like those 2, you can also purchase Obi-Wan Kenobi from episodes... it looks like the episode 3 version of Obi-Wan, I would say. I think it would be really cool if you can get like a costume power disc for Obi-Wan, and it gives you Ben Kenobi. It gives him like that skin. That would be so cool. I hope they let you do that. You also can get Yoda. Yes, Yoda is in this game, which is really nice. Again, it'd be cool to see old Yoda, but I think it was wise to choose Yoda from this timeline because, he was more agile and he was just more experienced, because he was old, but he was younger. Like, if you see Attack of the Clones, there's that cool fight with Yoda. So, I think that was a good idea. And Darth Maul is also playable, and that is really cool, because I know Phantom Menace isn't the best Star Wars movie ever, but Darth Maul is awesome. So, yes, I'm really glad to see that he's playable. But yeah, that sounds great. I'm really looking forward to all these playsets, but that's just the start. Wait until you hear more. So next up we have Rise Against the Empire, which is actually set during the original trilogy of episodes 4 to 6. That's right, you will actually get to play through a playset in the original trilogy. I mean, who doesn't want that? Personally, I would say that is going to sell the most because that just sounds so cool. But wait till you actually hear what I'm going to tell you. So in this playset, you'll actually be able to fly around the galaxy. I think they've said it's going to be similar to Pirates of the Caribbean playset from Disney Infinity 1.0, which, if you don't remember, is basically it was similar to like Assassin's Creed Black Flag. You would just go to somewhere, I think there'd be like a loading screen, and then it would take you there. But I think now that we're on next gen, I think it'll be different. I think, you know, you'll actually be able to fly to these different locations, which will be really cool. And the locations you'll actually be able to visit is pretty awesome. So you'll actually go to Tatooine, Hoth, and Endor, all locations from episode 4, 5, and 6 that we all know and love, which is great. Not only that though, you'll be able to, you know, pilot X-Wings, the Millennium Falcon. You'll be able to ride Banthas in Tatooine, which is so cool. I mean, when I was reading about that, that just sounds awesome. I can't wait to do that. You can, of course, fight stormtroopers, that's obvious. And, you know, just lots more that we probably don't know about yet. It just sounds really cool. I also read on Game Informer that they don't want to restrict you. So if you want to, and yes, you can do this, you can walk into the cantina from Tatooine. So kind of says that there's going to be interiors, which is really nice. But anyway, it says if you want to walk into Tatooine as Luke Skywalker, start kicking over tables and, you know, assaulting people living in Tatooine, you can do that. They said if you want to explore Luke's dark side, feel free to. Or anyone's. You could make Obi-Wan evil in Twilight of the Old Republic if you want to. It's completely up to you, which I really like because it pushes that player choice, and I love player choice because it's just key in video games. Anyway, the thing you probably all want to know now is what characters do we get? So this playset pack will include Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. I think that is a perfect choice. I can't wait to play as both of them. Leia looks awesome. I'm really excited to see how she plays in action because she just looks really cool. And I'm so glad they chose Luke's Tatooine costume because I really like that one. But I really hope they make a costume power disc with his black outfit from Return of the Jedi. But I was wondering this the other day. Will power discs not just change the costume, will it also change his lightsaber color? So for example, if I put the Return of the Jedi power disc on and then I put Luke on top of it, will it give him that outfit and green lightsaber, or will that be different in game? I'm really interested to see how that'll work because, you know, we all want to try out different lightsabers with different characters, so hopefully, you know, they make that come true. Anyway, you will also be able to buy other characters separately. These include Han Solo, which is so cool. I mean, who doesn't want to be Han Solo? That's just awesome. Chewbacca, yes, Chewie is in this game as well. They all look amazing. I mean, the detail in these characters is insane. And my personal favorite, Darth Vader. That's right, Darth Vader is also playable in this. I mean, it just sounds so cool. Just picture what I was just saying before about how you could walk into, you know, the canteen Tatooine and just start assaulting all the people inside. You could do that as Darth Vader. It just sounds so cool, guys. I cannot wait. Alright, so now we're on to the third Star Wars playset. Like I said, you know, there will be 3 Star Wars playsets in total. And you can probably guess from the actual picture in front of you right now, yes, Star Wars The Force Awakens is getting a playset for Disney Infinity 3.0. This is extremely awesome news. I'm really glad to see this. It will be available sometime this winter, which is really nice timing, I think, because great time for Christmas. And of course, even better timing for the actual movie. You'll be able to go see the movie, and I'm not sure if it'll be the same day as the movie, but you'll at least be able to go see the movie and then play Disney Infinity with, you know, hopefully the characters from that movie. I mean, that's just going to be really cool. Anyway, you know, no details have been given on this yet, sadly, like no characters, no vehicles or anything, but, you know, if you watch the trailers, you get a rough idea of it. Personally, though, I would have to say that Finn will obviously playable. You know, I think John Boyega, he's just going to be a great character. I'm really excited to see how, you know, who he is. Who is he? That's what I'm really excited about. He's got a very big mystery behind him. Is he a stormtrooper? Is he a runaway? I just can't wait to see. And will he become a Jedi? That's really interesting. Rey, who's played by Daisy Ridley, she looks awesome. Really excited to see her. Some people are calling her, some people I've heard say that she might be Luke's daughter? I'm not really sure. I haven't looked into spoilers in this film, so I've been very careful. But it would be really cool if Rey is Luke's daughter. That would be awesome. Kylo Ren, I really hope Kylo Ren is in this game and playable, because he just looks amazing. Honestly, he looks like... I think he might beat Darth Vader in my favorite Sith Lord, because I love Darth Vader. I think he's so cool. He's my favorite Sith Lord. But Kylo Ren just looks so cool. And I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I love his new lightsaber. I think that thing is amazing, and I cannot wait to see it in Disney Infinity 3.0. Because if these characters aren't in it, then... I'm going to be really surprised, to be honest, because these are like the key characters. Oh, and of course, I completely forgot, Poe Dameron, who's played by Oscar Isaac, I believe. I think that's right. Yeah, he looks to be just a pilot, but I think that would be really cool, you know, a pilot, a Jedi, sorry, 2 Jedis, and a Sith Lord. I think that's a great amount of characters in the game, and yeah, that'd just be really cool. I mean... There's so many possibilities with The Force Awakens, because the trailers are already showing some great stuff, so hopefully that playset will be amazing, and I'm sure it will be. Moving away from Star Wars, we have Disney's upcoming movie, Inside Out. Personally, I don't really know if I want to get this playset. I'm more excited about the Star Wars and Marvel content, but I decided to put it in the video because I know people will be excited about it, and they'll want to hear about it, so I decided to do that. Anyway, this playset will come with joy and anger from the movie, but you'll also be able to buy some other characters separately. These include disgust, fear, and sadness. So these are characters you'll be able to play as both in the playset and in the toy box, which is really cool, you know. It's nice to see that they're actually doing Disney playsets, because I know a lot of people were pretty... disappointed last year that there was just Marvel playsets and there was no Disney ones, which is a shame, because they did have some really cool figures last year. They had like Aladdin and Lilo and Stitch and things like that, and that would have been some pretty cool playsets. But hey, you know, it's nice to see they're at least trying here, and who knows, there could be more playsets that we just don't know about yet. We will just have to wait and see. Finally, we have the unnamed Marvel playset, which is probably one of my most anticipated playsets in Disney Infinity 3.0, because it is Marvel. Now, no details have been given on this playset yet. We don't even know the name of it, which is interesting. But it will come with Hulkbuster Iron Man and Ultron. They will feature, I'm not sure if it comes with the pack, but Hulkbuster Iron Man and Ultron will be purchasable characters for this game. I mean, that is awesome. Hulkbuster looks great. I really can't wait to play as him. Ultron also looks awesome. But what could this playset be? If I had to guess, you know, when you look at Hulkbuster, Iron Man, and Ultron, it has to be Age of Ultron. It has to be something to do with Age of Ultron. And if I had to guess what other characters, because they have said there will be more characters than that, if I had to guess which characters it'll come with, I would say Vision, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and... you know, maybe if we're lucky, we'll get Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket from the movie this year. I really hope we do, because that would just be so cool. So, fingers crossed on that, guys, because that would be awesome. Alright, so before we go on to talk about the toy box, I just want to talk about one last thing about Disney Infinity 3.0's playsets, because this feature sounds so cool, and it really shows that they've been listening since last year. So first off, all Star Wars characters in 3.0 can cross over into all 3 Star Wars playsets. That's right, you can take any Star Wars character you own for Disney Infinity 3.0 and bring it into any Star Wars playset you own. That just sounds amazing. I mean, imagine the possibilities you could come up with this. I mean, you could take Darth Vader into the playset set between the prequels and fight General Grievous. Or you could take Darth Vader into The Force Awakens and maybe there's a boss fight with Kylo Ren or something like that. And then you could fight Kylo Ren as these classic characters or as these well-known characters. You know, there's just so many possibilities. It just sounds so cool. Another improvement they've actually done is missions. Missions can now be replayed after being completed. Finally, you know, finally we can do this. And hopefully, like I just said, you know, if there's like a boss battle, hopefully we don't have to go through an entire mission or something like that just to get to the boss battle. Hopefully we can just select the boss battle and be like, you know, okay, I've started the game, I want to fight General Grievous just for fun today because I don't really want to do any missions. Hopefully it's just like that. But another cool thing about missions is once you do replay them, they will come with a new secondary challenge. So instead of just, you know, doing it again and again and again, it will actually give you a new challenge that you can try to complete, which is a really nice addition, I think. Alright, so before we talk about actual Toy Box features, we're going to be talking about Toy Box characters. Now, the first thing to mention is all 1.0 and 2.0 characters will be playable in the Disney Infinity 3.0 Toy Box. So basically, any character you see this year that has a Disney Infinity logo on it, you'll pretty much be able to play with in the Toy Box, which is really great to see. But let's talk about additional Disney characters. So first off, we have Mickey and Minnie. Now, these two look great, really nice design and everything. I think the main thing to mention about Mickey, though, is that, you know, we've had Sorcerer's Apprentice in the past. So people were wondering, is he going to get a costume power disc with his classic costume, or are they going to do a completely new figure or something like that? And they have. They've done a completely new figure for Mickey, and he will even have new dialogue, new abilities, and lots of other different things. He'll probably have like a new walking style and everything, so lots of new animations and everything, and he's not the same character, which is really great to see. Next up is Mulan, which is actually quite a surprise. I wasn't expecting her to be in this game, but really cool to see. I'll be really interested to see what abilities she will have. Again, you know, the skill tree is back, I think, so you know, we'll see a lot of variety in what these characters can do, and hopefully, since this is the third game, they'll improve on it and we'll be able to do even more stuff with characters, which is really cool. Next up, of course, is Olaf. I think this is pretty obvious. I mean, I think the Disney Infinity 1.0 Elsa and Anna characters sold really well. And, of course, you know, the pack you can get, which comes with the Frozen power discs and things, I think they sold really well. And I think the fact that, you know, Frozen is getting a sequel, it makes sense to release another Frozen character. So, yeah, that's pretty obvious. And next up, of course, last but not least, is Sam and Quora. Yes, Sam and Quora from Tron Legacy will be playable in Disney Infinity 3.0. Now, if you're a PC user, and I think tablet user as well, for Disney Infinity 2.0, you'll probably already have these characters. And I remember seeing that there was a massive, I think, petition and everything for those two characters to become physical figures, but I think all along they were just hiding it for the fact that, yes, these characters are coming, but in 3.0, not 2.0. So just to clarify, you won't be able to play as Sam and Quora in Disney Infinity 2.0 console version. You'll only be able to play them in 3.0. But hey, you know, they look great. They look really cool. And there's gameplay already out there on YouTube that you can watch of those characters. So if you're not sure if you want those characters yet, at least you can watch gameplay before you make your purchase. Alright, so the final thing I'm going to be talking about today is, of course, new Toy Box features. Now, basically, if you remember from the second game, we had this moment where you would put your character on the display pad, and then there would be this world that would start building itself, and it had parts of a city, a jungle, parts of Agrabah, and I think a race course as well. It was something like that. It was quite small, but it was still pretty cool to run around and fly around in and things like that. Well, basically, they're doing a new version of that pretty much in Disney Infinity 3.0, and it will allow you to choose from a wider selection of gameplay experiences, such as platforming, racing, and now even a farming simulation game. That's interesting. I mean, it seems that they're really pushing this game and trying to make it into multiple things now. You know, it's a racing game, it's an action game, you know, all that kind of stuff. It really seems like they're trying to make Disney Infinity 3.0 the go-to game to let you do anything, which is pretty cool. There are now also two new Toy Box expansion games. These are Toy Box Speedway, which involves kart racing, and also Toy Box Takeover, which is an action-adventure style game. Now, Toy Box Speedway, it involves kart racing. Now, if you remember from Disney Infinity 1.0 and 2.0, wasn't really that much of a jump in driving. I think the flying mechanics were definitely better. You know, they really made them much more, well, bearable. The 1.0 flying mechanics weren't very good. I didn't enjoy them at all. But 2.0s were great. I had no problem with them. But it seems like I've been reading that apparently they've been choosing a specific developer to actually work on the new driving mechanics that will actually feel more like I think they've said more like Sonic All-Star Racing or something. So, you know, if you're a fan of actual racing games like Mario Kart, Sonic All-Star Racing and things like that, then this will probably appeal to you because you'll actually be able to drive properly. It won't have the previous Disney Infinity driving style. It will have a new one. So that's pretty interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that works. Speaking of vehicles, a few vehicles that were announced on Friday during the Disney Infinity live stream are the X-Wing, the Millennium Falcon, the AT-ST, the AT-AT, the Y-Wing, the Speeder Bike, and of course Luke's famous Land Speeder from Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. So a ton of content in this game, guys. I cannot wait to play it. It just sounds awesome. I mean, I wasn't sold on it at first because I was just so disappointed in Disney Infinity 2.0 when, all my saved data was deleted, because I do enjoy playing this game. When I am playing it, I am having fun. But when all my saved data was deleted, that just really annoyed me. But hopefully, like I said at the beginning, hopefully this is a much more stable product, and I'm sure I'll absolutely love the playsets because they all sound awesome. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, I should have another video out on Disney Infinity 3.0 soon, which I'll be talking about new screenshots. I was going to include them in this video, but I realized this one would be quite long because there's a lot of stuff to get through. But yeah, if I could have included it, I would, but I just didn't want you sitting there for a long time just listening to me talk about different pictures. So I'll put that in the next video and it should be much better. Alright guys, so I want to thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more news on Disney Infinity 3.0, LEGO Dimensions, LEGO Jurassic World, and LEGO Marvel's Avengers. And as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.